All right, so we are doing these great things in the United States, and we are delivering this to other countries too. Have you heard about the International Brain Education Association? You know that what they are doing in El Salvador. Have you heard? So we invited a person who is volunteering for El Salvador, for IBREA in El Salvador. Let's invite Grecia Valenzuela with a big hand.
Hello, my name is Grecia and I'm from El Salvador. When you hear about El Salvador, I think most of you hear a nightmare, but I want to be part of a different story, so I will share with you. I began this journey perhaps a long time ago without realizing it, and through it I met many people that have shown myself in many different aspects. I have changed with them more than time, and then they have become part of my present self. For that, for them to have been with me, I'm very grateful, and I would want to all of you to hear a small story. And the first person I can think of is my mom. In 2014, she invited me to IBREA's class. She works for the education ministry, where IBREA's program has been implementing. And I joined her class, and that first day, I sensed myself in a long time. What I felt that day, I really liked it. So when I think about my condition at the time, I can only describe it as being trapped in the bottom of a well. When you are there, you cannot see the sky that is above you, only the things that is burning you and that well. So I was trapped in the worries about my future, what I want to become, and who am I want to be. And I was enclosing myself to everything, to the life itself. And then to me, IBREA's program, it was like a person throwing a rope inside that well. But instead of pulling me up, I realized it was my decision to take it and step out of it. And that process opened myself to El Salvador reality. I traveled with them from north to south as a volunteer for the IBREA project. And then I saw with my own eyes my people. I saw the teachers, all the struggles, all the hardship. But at the same time, I saw hope and passion to be a better person. They shared with me what El Salvador social violence, hate, stress, fear has made them feel. And then that stress and that fear is so inside of us, but we were all there to find peace, and we all want a better tomorrow. One of the most standing regions in El Salvador is Morazán. Morazán was very affected during the Civil War. The massacre, El Mozote massacre took place there, and 800 to 1,200 people died in the course of 3 days in 1985. And after all those years, we are still longing for peace. And when they train, they open their heart fully and heal. They feel themselves. The regional coordinator is Christabel, and since 2013, she's joining the training, and she has gone through the loss of many of her family members. And recently, her husband was diagnosed with cancer, and her mom is sick. But whenever I talk with her, what she shares with me is her commitment to keep teaching, because she has helped heal herself so much. Then she says, training gave me the strength to keep going until the end. And that feeling I got from her is really a commitment to keep going. She sincerely plans, has monthly meetings with the teachers to state the importance of IBREA's program for the whole region. In 2014, 14 participants certified from Morazan, but last year, 100 participants certified from Morazan. And yes. So I was raised in Ahuachapán, west side of El Salvador, and although it was not affected by the Civil War so much, there's many people who live in poverty. But when I think about my town, my heart aches because people there is like sleeping all the time, waiting for someone else help, and they generation to generation repeat a never-ending story. One of the teachers of that area, her vivid spirit and the power to deliver the principle has affected the whole community, and she gave me hope to light up my region. And there are many stories I can share about them, because all of them are peoples that have become part of my path. They form my path, because I began to change with them. And like while shedding my skin, I began to wonder, why does everybody put so much effort and dedication to do this? Even though they can pursue a successful career, why they choose to do this? And as my life began to change, many difficulties came. I started university, and I was getting busier just for being a daughter and, all my life. And then I experienced, what I experienced was hard to accept. The difference between my life as a member and my daily life, there was a huge gap. I was becoming aware of the responsibility we bear for being born in this society. But among everything else, I discovered much more things that unify us. I had the opportunity to come to New York to receive World Peace Leadership Program with IBREA, and I encountered the diversity of USA. Compared to El Salvador, everything is so advanced, but the people is the same. I saw my problems in their eyes, their emotions in their actions, and I felt the same dream in their hearts. And I was asked if I would like to become part of this community. And of course, I knew this training was needed everywhere, but the doubt was there. Should I dedicate my life for this? How is my family gonna take it? Is it really my path? But all of them were just judgment. They were not asking me to renounce to everything. What they were asking me was if I was going to commit my life to be true to myself. And I took the decision to become a master, not just because I have a responsibility towards El Salvador, but for myself. I discovered that emptiness that will come if I live my life as society wants me to live. And with every step I took, I faced many different challenges, but once I break through, it's really all an illusion of my mind. The limits we think we have are the ones we create. I have to live my life with a wider and brighter consciousness and constantly face myself, my limitations as a human being. But in this community, I found acceptance. Everybody living without judging you. That, to me, means to be free and to be alive. And every day, I really try my best. It's not easy, but the most important thing is to try and never give up. Thank you so much. And I really encourage you to contribute to IBREA because they gave me this opportunity, and then you can give it to someone else too. So thank you so much. Kamsahamnida.
Did you feel her courage? She is 20 years old. And as you might have noticed, her first language is not English, but she really expressed her heart. Is it right? And IBREA, they began their brain education work in El Salvador, and they began just from one school, pilot project in 2018. And they expanded it to 4 schools the next year. And then now, they are teaching brain education in more than 1,300 schools. And they are doing it with more than 2,300 teachers. And then the number of the schools means that it is more than a quarter, 25% of the public schools in El Salvador.